told you over the last many months about some of the hidden costs of COVID, the spike in suicides, drug overdoses, domestic abuse. But there's another one hidden beneath the surface: child sex trafficking. Now, Tim Ballard, founder of Operation Underground Railroad, says that it's risen to a level he's never seen, all due to these draconian lockdowns and increased protests. And now it includes one of the worst criminal gangs in the world. Nearly a dozen MS-13 gang members were just arrested in Virginia for trafficking and brutally beating a 13-year-old girl. The man prosecuting the case, Zachary Terwilliger, U.S. Attorney for the Eastern District of Virginia, made clear that their operations need leaders in office who will not shy away from targeting this illegal activity.
Combating MS-13 is not anti-immigrant. It's pro-immigrant. We're going after the people who are preying upon our immigrant communities. Law enforcement is key to this operation. But you know who's also key to this is our elected leaders and calling out what's actually going on.
Joining me now is U.S. Attorney Terwilliger himself. Mr. Terwilliger, why did you find that particular message so important?
Thanks a lot, Laura. It's key if we're going to actually attack this problem. We've got to identify it, and it needs to be a whole-of-government approach. So much about MS-13 gets politicized, and folks will say it's anti-immigrant. As we just discussed and as you just showed, it's key that MS-13 preys upon the immigrant community. It sex traffics their daughters, it brutally attacks their sons, and it extorts individuals, hardworking immigrants in this country by threatening them with violence here and in El Salvador. And for so many, if you seek to enforce any type of rule of law against this gang, it's seen as being anti-immigrant, and that's simply not the case.
Now, here's how Biden has been discussing illegal immigration. Watch.
There will not be another foot of wall constructed on my administration.
11 million undocumented aliens are already Americans, in my view.
Would a Biden presidency hurt efforts combating MS-13 if the border is going to be treated in the way it seems like it'll be treated by Biden, like an inconvenience, something that should be kind of monitored, but certainly not the way the Trump administration has?
From where I'm sitting, Laura, and I'll leave for others to determine what a Biden presidency is going to look like, is what I can tell you proof positive is when we have a gang like MS-13 and we attack them click by click and we dismantle them. When we have a porous border, individuals flooding across that border. In 2019, I think the high water mark was 144,000 encounters in a month. Now we're down in April to 16,000. We can actually gain a foothold. We can get ahead. But when individuals who want to come here and do harm and join gangs like MS-13 or already gang members flood across the borders, it's simply a game of whack-a-mole, and we can't win because there's been cases in the Eastern District of Virginia where we've had individuals, gang members, who've been deported and they're back in the Washington, D.C. area in 3 to 4 weeks after the deportation. That just doesn't work.
Well, people also have to know that this is big money. Just like the drug trade is big money, trafficking these young immigrant girls from countries in Central America, that is big business.
What we figured out, and is just awful, is drugs can be sold once. A human being can be sold over and over again. And a gang like MS-13 and others are extremely well situated to recruit these young girls, intimidate them into silence, brutally beat them into submission and rape them, and then turn them out into a population that's equally afraid of MS-13 to say anything about what's going on in their own communities. It's a tremendous amount of money. It's a resource that these gangs just exploit over and over again, and it carries very little risk compared to drug trafficking.
Great to see you, Zach. Thanks so much for your service to this country and for this important update. A lot of people don't want to talk about this. It's very, very important. Thanks so much.
Great to be with you again. Thank you very much.